Hey y'all. Okay, do y'all remember back about, I guess maybe it's been about 2 weeks now, we did a big pot of meat sauce, meat marinara sauce, whatever you want to call it. And we used some of it and then made a big lasagna, which was fantastic, as always. Anyway, I told y'all, I said we will use the rest of this meat sauce and make something different because it makes such a big batch. Well, so I was planning on making something else with it, and then I ended up going to a cookout, and I thought, well, I've got that meat sauce in the fridge. I don't want it to ruin, so I tossed it in the freezer, and that's where it's been. And so I got it back out today, and we're going to make something else with it. So I have already got it out. I have thawed it out. I have it in my pot here, y'all. It's just that same batch of meat sauce that we made before, as you can see here, and it looks just oh so good, just as it did before. But now let me tell y'all, you can definitely make this little recipe that we're going to make tonight. You can also do this by just making you a little batch of sauce using a jar sauce, meat sauce, marinara sauce, whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn this into what I like to call a ravioli soup, okay? Y'all know the last year or two, it seemed like lasagna soup kind of became a big deal. So we're basically going to do the same thing, except we're going to use ravioli. Okay? Let me show y'all what I got here. So this is just a frozen cheese ravioli. Okay? Let me cut this open. I have some beef broth right back here. Hang on a minute. We're going to put that in before we put our ravioli in. Don't let me get too carried away. So I have some beef broth back here that I have warmed up. I have about 2.5 cups here, y'all. I don't know how much we're going to use, but I had this in the fridge. I needed to use it, so we're going to use that. You can do beef broth or chicken broth, but I think I went on ahead and went with the beef broth because I had this in the fridge and I needed to use it. So let's pour some of that in our meat sauce here. Okay, I poured that in, and we will just see where we're at. This is kind of like I said, with almost like the same thing like you do with the lasagna soup, except we're using ravioli instead. Okay. So I have a bag of the frozen cheese ravioli here. Y'all, you can do this so many different ways. I'm just going to start tossing these in. You can do a marinara sauce and use the beef ravioli if you want to. And then you could do like a ricotta, that little garnish on the top, kind of like we do whenever we do the lasagna soup. You could do it all vegetarian style and just do a marinara and the little cheese ravioli. You can do this so many different ways, y'all. And also, if you don't have leftover sauce, you can definitely just cook you some ground beef and make you up a sauce mixture just like you would if you were making spaghetti. You could do it just the same like that. So this is so versatile, and it will be so good. I'm telling you, it's just such a different little Italian dish from your usual. Do I have all of them? Yep, that's it. And it's delicious. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let these little cheese raviolis cook around in here. And we're just going to serve these up with a little bit of extra garnished cheese, and that's going to be it, y'all. And this is such a good little dish. It's so quick, it's so easy. Let me get y'all down here where you can see it real quick. Like I said, if you don't have leftover sauce, just make you up a quick little meat sauce, marinara sauce, whichever one you prefer. Throw your frozen raviolis in there. Let them cook for a little bit. I'm going to crank it up a little bit so they can come up and get to a good temperature. Let them get good and hot and done. And then we're just going to serve this up with a little bit of extra cheese on top. And that's it, y'all. And these are great. Kids will love them. They're delicious. Like I said, you can do the meat-filled kind or you can do the cheese-filled kind. You can do any kind you want to do. Anyway, I'm going to let these come up to a good boil. Let them get good and hot. And I'll come back and we're going to serve it up. Alright, y'all. We're getting ready to serve up this ravioli soup. I want you to look at this. This is so good looking. If you love, like as a kid, or if your kids love the little ravioli out of the can, I'm telling you what, this is like a huge upgrade version of it. They will love it. You will love it. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is add in a little bit of our parm. Okay. We're just going to get this spoon out because we're going to serve it with something else anyway. We're just going to put a little bit of our parm over the top of it, just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to get me a spoon here and we're going to get us some out. Let's see here. Got my bowl. We're just going to get us a little bit out. Y'all, this is so good. And it's something great to do with, like I said, your leftover meat sauce, or you can just make your meat sauce and do it all in one go if you want to. Okay. Set that right there. Look at that, y'all. Does that look good? I'm gonna get my let me back y'all up a little bit. Get y'all right here. Let's see where you can say good. Of course, I have my fresh mozzarella here, or Parmesan, I'm sorry, not mozzarella, that I keep in the freezer. And I'm going to get out a little bit of that to put on top, and that's just going to make it so much better. And I have my other cheese out over here. I think I'm going to put a little bit of it on there too. A little bit of all of it. So good. I've got that everywhere. And then I have some of just my shredded up cheese here, y'all. I'm just going to put just a little bit of that. Mostly the parm is what makes this so good. But I'm going to put a little bit of the other. And let me put my lid back on this because I want to keep it good and hot. Let me get me a spoon. One thing that I want to have with this, y'all, is these little mini grilled cheeses that I have been seeing, and I want to make them. I was going to go ahead and make them on this video with this, but I kind of got behind and I was doing some other stuff, so I didn't get around to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, do the taste test for this ravioli here, and then I am going to come back. Let me try to cut this a little bit before I spill this everywhere. Y'all know I'm clumsy as all get out. I'm going to do a taste test of this, and then I am going to come back here in a minute after this cools, and I'm going to make the little mini grilled cheeses to go with it, and I'll just do a separate video for those. But I am making them to go with this little ravioli dish, okay? But I think they will be great. It's a little recipe that I seen here a while back, and I saved it. And I've been wanting to make it, and I think tonight's a perfect night to make it with this ravioli. And I had the stuff to do it. I had those, I had bought some Hawaiian rolls the other day, and we never used them, and I thought, I have got to use those. So tonight is the perfect night to use them to make these little grilled cheeses that I want to make. Oh man, y'all, that is so good. Of course, that sauce is delicious. I'm trying to cut this ravioli without spilling this half thing everywhere. It's hard to hold it up here. There we go. Y'all see that? These little raviolis are delicious, especially in this good sauce. You add your little bit of extra cheese on top, y'all. These are fabulous, and it's such an easy and quick little deal too. So good, y'all. I'm telling you, so good. Okay, I'm gonna sit this down here. I'm gonna let this cool. While this is cooling, I'm gonna kind of get all this cleaned up, and I am going to make some of those little mini grilled cheeses I was telling y'all about. It will be on a separate video, so y'all just look back for it. But anyway, if you just want to do the ravioli, that's all here in this one video. It is delicious. That is perfect. It is perfect for a quick night meal. You can make, like I said, you can do it with marinara. You can do it with a meat sauce. You can make up your own quick little sauce with a jar sauce and some ground beef. You can do it so many different ways. You could even add some spinach in this if you wanted to. If you wanted to kind of keep it more vegetarian style, you could add you in some spinach with the ricotta filled ravioli. You could do it so many different ways, however you want, whatever fits you. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to get all this cleaned up, and I'm going to make us some little mini grilled cheeses. I'll see y'all back on the next video. All right, bye-bye.